Hello, my name is Shay, and today we are going to be doing something very different from what I normally do. Now, I have been working on this project for probably over a year, studying, doing research, and so we're going to talk about how dreams how you can use those to help better your waking life. So, the theory behind what it is that I'm doing is that if you can train your brain to remember certain keywords or certain things during your waking life, during your day to day life, then you can transition that into your dreaming thoughts. So, the thoughts that you have while you dream and therefore manifest these things in your dreams in order to manifest positive changes in your daily waking life. So, this section that I'm going to do, this is going to be a several part series that I am going to do. And the first section that we're going to discuss is health. So, just for the sake of this introduction, I am going to use affection or the lack of it for your health. So if you think in your daily life about lacking affection, then when you dream, if you can dream about how you lack affection in your dream, that should be able to help your health in real life in some manner. So I've done a lot of research, and the book that I use to draw my annotations for this particular thing that I've done is the Illustrated Dream Dictionary by Russell Grant. Now, I will say this book did have some errors, some contradictions that I'm going to lightly discuss as I go through this entire series. This series is going to have things like your social status with your friends, with your loved ones, your wealth, and your success, your happiness. Things of that nature I'm going to go over absolutely everything, but I am going to break this up into sections because my phone, which is what I'm recording this on because this is all I have, only has a limited amount of memory and battery power. But I did notice in this particular book, there was some spelling errors, some contradictions. I have cross-referenced this with many other sources over the course of my research. But the point of all of this is if you can, and my lucid dreamers are going to have a much easier time dreaming about specific things than people that have never experienced lucid dreaming. But even if you've never experienced lucid dreaming, it's okay so long as some of these things play in your mind as you go about your day. It will be easier to play them in your mind as you're asleep. Dream about those things, even if it's just one or two things that you manage every now and again, should help benefit you in your waking life. In this particular video, it's going to be about health, but I am likely to revert or refer you back to this video in my following videos. Now, this dream dictionary was not in absolute alphabetical order, so I had to reorder that. I've done a lot of research. So there are things that I am going to skip because if I don't talk about it, don't dream about it, or try not to dream about those things, because I am leaving some things out on purpose because I don't want you to bring in negativity into your daily waking life. What I want you to do is be healthier, be happier, be more prosperous, etc. So that is the point of this. So again, if I don't bring it up, try not to dream about it. There are going to be things that I bring up that you have to dream about in a very specific manner or not at all. So I am going to go ahead and get started. And as I go through this, you're going to see more of what it is kind of that I'm talking about, as far as some things, dream about it any which way you want. Other things, you are going to need to dream about them very specifically. One of the other things that I have found during my research is that yes, you want to have really happy, nice, beautiful, comforting dreams, because then you're going to more likely have a beautiful, nice, more comforting daily life. The other side to this, and that's a part of the law of attraction, is you attract the things that you think about. You attract the things that make you feel good, so that way you will get more of it. The opposite to this is when you have a nightmare. If you intentionally, which I do not recommend, but if you intentionally have a nightmare, you need to dream about very specific things for this nightmare. It needs to be as horrific and mortifying as possible. But again, there are very specific things that need to be mortifying and horrific, because the theory behind that is that if you have this terrible, horrific nightmare of a dream, then the karmic law of the universe is going to like hurry up and be like, oh, that was really bad, we have to make up for it. So that is the theory behind that. Now, I am going to be a proponent of try and have your best dreams possible, because then your best dreams in reality can be possible. But if you insist on having a nightmare, I am going to talk about the very specific things that need to be included in those nightmares. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and don't judge my garage. I know it's dirty, but I have been working on this for a very long time. So while my phone comes into play, so this is all about health, old age, etc. So again, the first thing that I have here is lacking affection in your dream. So nobody touches you. Now, if you are in ill health, these are going to be all of the things that you should be trying to dream about in order to have better health, in order to live to this nice ripe old age that everybody is looking for. So we are lacking affection. The next thing that we have is almonds. Eat them. You don't do anything else with almonds but eat them. Now, when I come to other sections, I may contradict, oh, hey, you can also do this, you can also do that. But again, this is very specifically for your health. So for your health, if you have almonds in your dreams, you eat those almonds. Anemia, so you have to suffer from anemia in your dreams. Antiques, you can dream about antiques. An apparition, which is also considered a ghost or a spirit, they specifically will wear white. An aqueduct, so you will see water running through the aqueduct. Attic, you go in as the oldest version of yourself. So if you dream of an attic, you also need to dream about being as old as you can possibly imagine if you go into that attic. Barnacles, any barnacles anywhere is totally fine. If you see bread, you eat bread. You don't do anything else with bread but eat it. A lot of the things under this health section are going to be about consumption. Bottles are full of alcohol. They are not full of anything else, just alcohol, and it overfloweth. You have cabbage. You will only buy cabbage. You do not do anything else with cabbage but buy it at the store. Cauliflower, any form of cauliflower is totally fine. You can have, people can have cauliflower for heads. It's just, everything can be made of cauliflower. Just pick your range. A chase, so either be chased, chase something, any sort of chase in your dream is going to help your health. Corn, you are going to harvest corn. You don't eat it, you don't grow it, you don't look at it, you simply harvest it. Corpse, if you see corpses, it is a stranger's corpse. And I will say, the more strangers' corpses, the better. Again, when it's really negative, it needs to be really, really negative. Cows, you are going to milk those cows. Eggs, you eat eggs. You don't do anything else with eggs but eat them. Elephants, any type of elephant that you see, that you hear, that you ride. Evening needs to be fine or good. So this needs to be a beautiful, nice evening. If it's nighttime in your dream, it needs to be the most beautiful night you've ever dreamt of. We have a farm which is well kept. Your feet must be big. The bigger your feet, the better. Flour, you will cook with it. You will do nothing else with flour except cook with it. Fruit, you need to see a bowl of fruit in no other shape or form. You only see it in a bowl. Grain, either sow it or harvest it. You do nothing else with grain but sow or harvest it. Your hair should be long and healthy. The longer and healthier, the better. Your hair, everybody's hair is long. It takes over the entire dream, healthy, long hair. We have a heart attack. So, in your dream, you need to have a heart attack in order to have better health. Ivy needs to be twining around a tree. So, going all the way up and down, just completely covering trees in ivy. Jugs, you drink from jugs. Kiss, you will kiss dead people. Laundry, you need to wash by hand. Lifeboats need to be watch one save people. So if you see a lifeboat in your dream, you are watching it save people. We have a lighthouse. You need to be inside the lighthouse. Liver, you need to have trouble with it. So this is not liver that you eat. This is not liver that you take out of another animal. This is your liver that needs to be failing or already failed, some sort of liver trouble you need to dream about. Any sort of machinery only needs to be seen in a factory. Men all need to be handsome, beautiful, gorgeous men. You can dream about mint, the herb. Nets, which are laid out to dry. So if you see a net, it needs to be laying out to dry. It's not in an ocean. It's not doing anything else. It is laying out to dry. Nuts, you need to eat nuts. Olives need to be green. Prunes need to be stewed. Queen bee, so you need to see a queen bee in your dream to have better health. And this health section is the least amount section that I have, and I don't know why that is. If you want to check my notes behind me, you're welcome to do your own research. Spinach, so you can eat it, you can do whatever you want with it, everybody can be made of it. Stove needs to be a gas stove only. Tidy, so you will be arranging a setup for a meal on a table. So the only tidying you do is to make the table up for a meal. And then the last one we have here is treasure. You need to find treasure, have treasure, hold treasure. That is the first section of this series. I so appreciate you watching. Please stay tuned for the other videos that are coming. And again, I will probably reference this video. I am going to hop next into travel plans and news. So stay tuned for that section. Have a beautiful day. Peace out, fam. Much love.